Good morning. Do we have any nefarious stuff in the background? No. Off. Starting the day with a win, baby. Starting the day with a win. Guys, what is up? First, No Chill November stream. I don't know what day it is. I've been dreaming, living, breathing YouTube. Not that I wasn't really before, but now especially. Turned up to level 10. What we got going on here? No. Boom. Pow. All right. Good, good, good. Twitch good. Rumble good. Kick good. YouTube good. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Give me 1 second. I'm going to share the stream over on Schminsta. Share. Copy link. There's nothing worse than opening up your camera to take a photo of something, but it's the front-facing camera, and you're just like if you're laying in bed doom scrolling, and then all of a sudden you see what you look like. I hate it. Great photo, fucking great photo. There it is. Steeler Nation, what the hell? Steelers just won, didn't they? Who'd they beat? They beat somebody they weren't supposed to. What the hell's going on here? Why do we have two chats? There we go. Bunch of crazy games this weekend, huh? Link. Boom. Pow. Bing. Bong. Got it. All right. Colts. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did. I watched the highlights. Everybody was talking about it. They're like, oh, Colts had what was it? It was something crazy. Wasn't it like 6 turnovers or something? And they're like, oh, well, and Steelers only beat them by 1 touchdown. It's like, well, yeah, Steelers were up 27-10 with 5 minutes left. And then Colts scored their last 10 points in garbage time. If you actually watch the game, Colts got dominated. Which is about time, because that Steelers defense is good. So I'm glad they, showed up. It's, I'm not a Colts hater by any means, but everybody's hyping them up. And it's like, yeah, they're good, but they haven't really played anybody. Every time they, have played a team that's solid, they've lost. Aaron Rodgers isn't what he used to be, but he's still Aaron Rodgers. And then they lost to the Rams as well. It's like, yeah, they're good, but they haven't really beat anybody, good yet. Steve, what's up, brother? I quit the NFL when they betrayed the flag. What the hell does that mean? Back in Thailand, January. Like your content. Sick, bro. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it. Guys, today's theme of the stream. If you guys have any videos ideas that you would like to see, please, for the love of God, feel free to drop them in the comments. I know it may not seem like a lot, but consistently trying to come up with a new video every single day. Is the volume better now? I'm using my actual mic. It should be better now. What was I saying? Oh, new videos every day. If you guys have any stuff you'd like to see, please feel free to let me know. I've got a big list of video ideas, but it's one of those things. You make a list of 50 ideas, 10 of them are probably, good. 15 are probably doable, and then you've got another 15 where it's it's an idea, but probably not that good. Check, check. How? I mean, I see my audio input. It's pretty maxed out. I'll turn it up a bit. I don't want to be blasting anybody's ears out in case they're using headphones. How's that now? Better? Let me just double check, make sure my mic's working. Okay, boom. Off. Connected. All right, that should be good. Highest paid defense. The good remains to be seen. Chargers are up next. Yeah, we'll see, man. It's dude, you know, as a Chargers fan, it's such a bummer. If we were healthy, would be a lot better. That's just, I mean, that's just the NFL, but it seems like every season, like a lot of teams have, you know, injury, bad luck, but the Chargers, man, Jesus Christ. It's a lot of content daily. It is. It is. It's like actually filming and editing videos daily is not too big a deal. You know what I mean? You know, my edits aren't too intricate. The only part that's like taxing is trying to continue to have good ideas day after day, you know? Especially because I don't want to just rinse and repeat. I can tell you what not to vlog in English breakfast and patea, right? Should I just do let me show you what 100 baht gets you in a Thailand 7-Eleven. And I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna buy a toasty and some weird milk drink. It's like, I get it. You know, there's certain types of videos it's like you just got to make them because it's what people want to watch. But dude, that's TikTok is where it's really bad. I see so many people with like 200 followers just copy paste. At least try to add something new to it, right? Audio good here. All right, sweet. Herbert's the man. You guys will be fine. The only thing, yeah, Herbert's a beast, but it's hard to do anything when you don't have an offensive line. And if I mean, he's a big, strong dude, but if he keeps getting hit as much as he has been, he's going to get hurt. He's already got some, like, had ankle issues. And, like, if you guys played sports, you know, like, ankles suck. Even when they're better, it's so easy to, like, re-irritate them. Like, you get a sprained ankle, and it's, like, it's not right for a year, you know? Idea for a video. Interviews for me are great. Interviewing digital nomads on what they do there might be interesting. Seeing how someone makes money as a digital nomad. So honestly, I have thought about some interview stuff, but what's crazy is like everybody wants to get paid. Like I've asked certain people, it's like, hey, can I interview for my channel? And they're like, yeah, what are you paying? It's like, bro, you're just like a random dude. Why? You should get paid for an interview. It's not like you're a celebrity and like your time is worth a lot of money. I was thinking about all the things I do before I travel there. Getting pristine large bills for exchange, DTAC now, everything for the long flights. That could be a good one. Kind of like just international travel pro tips for sure. Airport hacks. That's not a bad idea. Where's what the hell? Okay. Writing it down. Got it. Perfect. If those digital nomads want money to interview, they probably aren't too successful, right? Like if you're a nobody, like people have asked why I don't do collabs with like other creators. The reason is because like if me with like 20,000 followers approaches somebody that has, you know, hundreds of thousands of followers, and I'm like, hey, let me feature you on my channel, so it's like I can play off their audience a bit. It's like, okay, but what do they stand to gain from that? So like somebody like that wanting to get paid to do an interview, it's like, okay, cool. You know, ideally you being in this video is gonna help it do well for me, so I'm gonna make money off of it. But if it's just some random guy, it's like, dude, like I'm not gonna pay you $100 to interview because this video might bomb. You're a nobody, so the video might make $10, you know? At the end of the day, it is like a business transaction. I get it, but if I'm just interviewing some random person, like I don't like blatantly stand to gain a lot. What about a week living 100% by Thai superstitions? Could be torture because there are a lot, or better, I let karma plan my week. So I did do a video talking about like a lot of like the Thai superstitions. The thing about that one is I asked a bunch of my friends, the few Thai friends that I have. And it's like, especially when it comes to the younger generation, a lot of them don't really like buy most of that stuff anymore. That could be pretty funny though. I tried so much gear for long flights that I had to prioritize and downsize, right? It gets to a point where you're like, oh yeah, I have all this stuff to be comfortable, but then you're more uncomfortable because you're carrying all this shit. It's a very fine line. Luckily, when I was like backpacking back home, that really helped me like figure out, okay, like what do I actually need to be comfortable and how can I carry as little as possible? Don't interview brokies, interview successful expats, right? The only thing about it is too is like, it's hard, especially when it comes to like the older expats, it's hard to find a lot that are like, I don't know how to explain it, that are like openly and like happy to like try to help people. You know what I mean? Like a lot of like the older expats, for whatever reason, they're kind of like gatekeepers. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to like share insight because they feel like that's going to like make more people come to Thailand, or like that's somehow going to make their experience worse. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's been, at least in Pattaya, it's been hard for me to find older expats, especially that are like happy. You know what I mean? It's, I don't know what it is, man. Planning for different climate and possible illnesses. That's a good one. Hard to find successful people in Pattaya, probably. Yeah, well, like, I guess it depends on your idea of success. Like, I think there's a lot of the expat dudes are like blue collar guys who have a pension now and they live in Thailand because that pension goes a lot further, of course. But especially when it comes to like younger travelers, a lot of like the older expats are just like not interested in like sharing any information. If you ever want to see what a lot of the expat community is like, especially when it comes to social media, go to like one of the Thailand expat Facebook groups and post like just an honest question in there and then watch the comments. You will get absolutely fucking shredded for no reason. And we got 39 total viewers across every platform. That might be a record. That might be the most we've ever had at one time. That's what I'm talking about. What about doing a small documentary on the taxi mobs there? So there's quite a few things like that that I've like wanted to talk about, but the reality is like you got to be careful. Because like I know other creators that have like just openly talked about things and like things that weren't even necessarily negative, and then some Thai people kind of took it the wrong way and then shared it everywhere else, and they just got like absolutely hammered. It's a very fine line of like, on this channel, I always try to be 100% transparent. No fucking bullshit fluff about how amazing everything is. But it's a fine line between that and trying to not make enemies. You know what I mean? Because like the way that Thailand works is if you got enough people upset with you, like they can make your life really tough. Groups are brutal. Yeah, I'm telling you. And it's like some of the questions I'm like, okay, that's a stupid question. You could just Google that. But a lot of the time people are just like asking honest questions. And then people are just getting absolutely shredded. You're an idiot, man. How do you not know this? I lived in Thailand for 78 years. How do you not know? It's like, dude, cool. Relax. Alex S, hit the like button. That's what I'm talking about. Love when some dude fires up the Hemi in my development at bedtime. Honestly, I'm kind of that guy. I'm kind of that guy. I had an Audi for a while that was all straight piped, and the cold start on that thing was ridiculous. Everybody that lived in my little development fucking hated it. I will admit it was a bit much. Once it was only for like 45 seconds though. Then once it got away from the cold start, it wasn't too bad. But initially, it was loud. Goldwing, you're the best. I just do what I can, man. Just do what I can. Bill Heineke is an American who became a billionaire with his Thailand-based business. That name sounds familiar. Something on crypto could be interesting. Some people using it more there than here. Yeah, I think a good one would be kind of like an update on like banking stuff, especially with a bunch of people's accounts getting closed and stuff. That's not a bad idea. And some like different apps and shit that I've started to use that have made my life a whole lot easier. That could be a good one. Smash the like button and subscribe, you animals. My man. Subscribe, you dirty dogs. We're grinding. We're actually, over this past month, we did pretty well. We've got a little less than 2 months to get to 20K. I'm wholly confident that we can do it. On that note, speaking of followers, we actually just passed 5K on Facebook as well. So that's super rad. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to use the restroom real quick. Coffee getting to me already. Side note, they got my coffee right at 7-Eleven today. That one I got the other day, that was just like an entire cup of just ice and espresso. That thing was fucking heavy. That's better. Oh, God. Bill Heineke became a billionaire in Thailand. All right, who the fuck is Bill Heineke? Bill. How do you spell that shit? H-I-E. Heineke. Oh, this guy looks familiar. American-born Thai businessman. He's founder of and chairman of Minor International PCL. Oh, he's like a hotel and... Okay. I've definitely seen him somewhere. William Heineke. Yeah, he sounds rich. That's a rich guy name for sure. Ten Bones from Ma'am. Thank you so much. Using USDT and exchange it to Thai baht. So my big one that I have been using is that I kind of made the switch to is Wise. Wise is great. Usually a very solid exchange rate. They've got insurance too, which is awesome. If something happens and you lose your account or something, it's all insured. So that's pretty sweet. If you guys do want to get on Wise, I have a referral code. You can get 0 fees on your first like $10,000 worth of transfers. The one thing that I have a feeling that Thailand is going to start cracking down on crypto pretty soon, because a lot of like the criminal gangs and stuff, that's what they're using here. There was a guy who just got arrested the other day. They were just putting up like these QR code stickers on light poles and stuff on the street that you scan the QR code and it took you to a website where you could buy a bunch of illicit substances, and that's what they were taking. They were taking the payments in Tether. Apparently they already got the guy that was putting up the stickers, and he said he was getting paid by somebody else to do it, but who knows. That is absolutely blatant, like just putting your website up on the street poles of you selling stuff, which is wild. Tony Huge? I don't know who any of these people are. Oh, is this the weightlifter guy? Oh, yeah. Very humble name. Jesus, this guy has been on the juice for a long time. You can tell by the hairline. I love it when you see like middle-aged guys like this that are like 40, pushing 50, trying to say that they're not on test, and they're that huge. It's like, bro, come on. Like The Rock. The Rock still swears that he is not on PEDs. And I'm like, dude, you're pushing 50 and you're bigger than you've ever been. That's just not how genetics work. Definitely on the juice, bro. Who's your favorite Thailand-based YouTuber? Honestly, when it comes to like my free time and watching YouTube, I don't watch a whole lot of Thailand content. The only channels that I really keep up with are Chad, CB Media, Keys One, and Sam. Sam, what's his channel? Gone Adrift, I think. He's based here in Pattaya. Besides that, I don't really follow a ton of people. And even then, like, it's not like I don't watch every video, honestly. But I got to be careful, because it's like if I watch too much of that, when you're coming up with ideas, you're definitely subconsciously like influenced by things, and I don't want to be ripping off anybody's shit. All of the issues with money, keeping a home cell phone for verification, how to transfer using Wise, how to find condos, getting internet. Yeah, like all the logistical stuff, for sure. A lot of the Russians use USDT to get around sanctions, can use Senate Exchange and Patanak. Yeah, I've definitely seen a few more places that are accepting crypto now. A lot of, oh God, coffee burp, gross. Especially a lot of like the weed shops in Bangkok. A lot of them are taking crypto now. Speaking of weed shops, if you guys are in Thailand and you need, we've got a link down below. Tempest TV5 at checkout. Get an additional 5% off, and anything you buy from there, I get a little kickback at no extra cost to you. Super fairly priced, good buds,
They hooked me up with a care package. I've every night before I go to bed, I'm just like, I can't smoke it during the day anymore, else I don't do shit. Imitation is the best compliment. Yeah, yeah. I feel like people that say that have never gotten their shit ripped off. You know what I mean? It's like there's was one creator for a long time that was just literally copying and pasting my videos. And like emulation and copying are two different things. Like if you take an idea and you switch it up a bit and you make it your own, you know what I mean? An idea that somebody else did. All right, cool. Especially when it comes to content creation, it's just like music. You can't help who you're influenced by, but you got to add something to the conversation. If you're just, hey, here's this video, we're going to copy the entire idea, we're going to do it exactly the same, we're going to film it the same, we're going to do the same title minus changing one or two words, and we're going to do the exact same thumbnail. Like, come on, dude. That's lame, I think. Greetings from Hua Hin, thinking of hitting Jomtien this weekend for the birthday. Wondering if they'll get much wind or rains from Typhoon Tino. Bajan, happy early birthday. Dude, it's been consistently raining here. Like it has not stopped at all. This is the time of year it's supposed to be slowing down, but for the past month, like it looks like it's gonna rain again today too. So I have no idea. I would assume that typhoon is probably gonna push in, especially this weekend, Friday. Let's see where it's at. Did it already make landfall? 4 days ago, a day ago. Yeah, it looks like it already made landfall yesterday in Vietnam. So yeah, I would imagine it's gonna push this way quite a bit. It's hard to tell because sometimes it's like how it is on the East Coast in America. Sometimes they shoot left and like go along the Gulf, and then sometimes they shoot straight north. And it's the same thing I've noticed here. Usually they'll either come across the bottom of the Philippines and go into Vietnam, or they'll go up South China Sea and go straight up towards China. So I guess it depends on which way it ends up going. It looks like it's going towards Vietnam though. I prefer Bangkok. World-class restaurants and high-end shit to waste my hard-earned money on. Yeah, for sure. Definitely, not that Pattaya is not modern, but of course Bangkok is on an entire other level. You can find lots of good food in Pattaya as well. But yeah, I mean, if it's in Thailand, it's in Bangkok when it comes to anything. Shopping, food, entertainment. Pattaya caters to a 70-plus crowd. Yeah, a lot of people here that are older, at least when it comes to people that are living here. I mean, when I first got here, it didn't even really seem like a lot of people were traveling through here that were like closer to my age. But now I see a lot more younger people. But yeah, I think when it comes to living, it's definitely, I can see it though. If I retired, I would probably want to be more in a place like this, a little more low speed. Bangkok is definitely like fucking run and gun. Downsides of Bangkok are huge crowds, traffic, no beach, plus it's a 9 to 5 vibe. Beach in cities and large islands aren't. Yeah, so like it depends on your situation. Me, like I still need to be in like grind mode. You know what I mean? Like it's easy for me to get kind of influenced by my surroundings. Like everything is so low speed in Pattaya and everybody's chilling. It's easy to kind of get pushed towards that, as opposed to in Bangkok where it's like, yeah, people are there working, trying to make money. Let's get shit done. So when I'm like in that environment, I tend to like perform better. It makes me feel like, yo, when I see people around me doing what they should be doing, it's easy for me to get right in line with that. So I think that'll be good for me in Bangkok. But if you're like retired, you got a pension, you don't got to be, trying to work for anything really, you're just trying to chill and relax. Yeah, I'm not sure I would be in Bangkok. Pattaya has the hardcore mongers. Dude, the amount of like DMs I get of like people asking me like, yo, where should I go like meet girls? I'm like, dude, figure it out, man. Bangkok and Jomtien are only 2 hours apart and light traffic for people like to spend time for both. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, if you're in Bangkok and you want to go like spend like a few days on an island or whatever, you can hop on a flight for $100, like $100, and go anywhere in Thailand pretty much. Like there's flights from Bangkok to Koh Samui for like 2,500 baht. So it's like, okay, you could take a taxi from Bangkok down to Pattaya for the weekend, spend 1,400 baht on your taxi, or you could spend another 1,000 and just hop on a plane and go wherever. So that'll be cool. And like flying in and out, like it doesn't seem like a lot, but that when you're in Pattaya, that extra 2 hours to get to and from the airport, like it does make a difference. If if your flight's out at 9 a.m. and you're in Bangkok, no big deal. Okay, get up at 6, get to the airport by 7, good to go. Now, if your flight's at 9 a.m. and you're in Pattaya, now you got to get up at like 4. You know what I mean? Get up at 4, leave the house by 5, get to the airport at 7, or when you're coming home, if you've been on a long flight, you land in Bangkok after, 10 hours worth of travel, 15 hours worth of travel, and then you got to take another 2-hour taxi. It just sucks. Who has crazier mongers, Pats or Angeles City? I've never been to Angeles City. I've heard it's pretty gritty, though. Pretty gritty. Well, are the Indians still sleeping in crowds on the beaches? I don't think so. I haven't seen anything about it. Supposedly what I read is like that was, I forget what it was. I want to say it was like New Year's or something. And everybody was out there partying, and that's why there were people sleeping out there. I don't know for sure, though. Honestly, when it comes to like Central Pattaya over there, I don't get over there a lot unless I'm like going to the mall or something. And then it's like I go to the mall, finish what I'm doing, turn around, come right back. I just don't like driving over there. There's so many like foreigner idiots just hauling ass everywhere, and I'm just not trying to get taken out by somebody. Shout out to everybody watching on Rumble right now. Appreciate you. The beach sleeping images were photoshopped to an extent. Is that true? Let's see. They look pretty real to me. I think what people were really pissed about was the amount of trash. Because it is true that the beach is, in these photos, the beach is fucking trashed. I don't know. These photos look pretty real to me. There is a shitload of people though. Like you can only tell that like the people in the front of the image are, Indian or from that area of the world. Everybody behind them all the way down the beach, you can't tell. Are there any real pizza places from New York there? So like New York style pizza, there's one place on Soy Bacau called Bronx, I want to say. Whoops. Yeah, there's a place on Soy Bacal called Bronx. That's pretty good, and they do slices. It's not like amazing, but it's New York style, and it's pretty good. I feel like when I first got here, it was so easy to find good pizza. I felt like every pizza I got was solid. Now it's like over the past year or two, it seems like it's gotten much harder to find. Good morning from Vietnam, Big Rick. We actually just applied for our Vietnam visa yesterday. Let's check the email. Still no confirmation yet. Yeah, we applied for ours. We're trying to be there by the end of this month. So we'll see how that goes. Luckily, I read up on it and it was like, apply for your visa and then book everything. So I was like, all right, that makes sense. Bronx's garbage got to be drunk too. That's like the case with most Thailand pizza though. I mean, it's solid for Thailand. That's a lot different than being just good pizza. It's the same thing with Mexican food here. Like Sunrise Tacos is solid for Thailand. Is it good Mexican food? Debatable. Pizza in Shiragao was fire. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, everything we ate in Shiragao was good. That was nice. I guess that's the trade-off. Beaches are mid, but the food is good. What's more important to you? Did the typhoon impact? I saw some videos from like the beach where all the like the rivers and stuff were entering out and exiting out into the ocean. And it was crazy how much stuff was like on the beach, washing machines and uh, refrigerators, all kinds of shit from people's houses flooding. Super sad. What type of visa is Tempest on? The best kind. Do you work for immigration, bro? Let me find out. How's the weather? It is cloudy. Very cloudy. Not necessarily rain. It'll probably rain today. My knee hurts, so I'm guessing it's going to rain today. But it's cloudy. Honestly, I don't mind cloudy, especially like the way my condo sits. That morning sun, if it's super sunny out, it just beats on my patio. And like going out there to smoke, I'm like, oh, it's fucking hot. But right now, it's not bad. The only thing with it, it's been raining every day for like a month, so my bike is so filthy, but I'm not going to go take the time to wash it just for it to fucking get rained on the same day. Nothing here in Vung Tau, but it may impact our trip to Da Nang next week. Yeah, I was curious because I'm planning on going to Da Nang at the end of the month, maybe like the 23rd or the 24th. So hopefully the weather is cleared up a bit by then. I mean, I don't really have a choice. I got to go somewhere. So haven't been to Vietnam. Even if the weather's not super good, I'll still check it out. Have you ever been to India? I have not. Honestly, it's not really on my list. I've seen a few people that I follow on YouTube go spend time there, and they looked. And these are people that are more like patient than me, and they look like they had an absolutely miserable time. So I don't know. I don't know if I could deal with a place that hectic. Plus, there's a larger typhoon around that time. That would figure if I go, and like that week is when a typhoon makes landfall. I don't really have a choice, but we'll hope for the best. Oh God. Guys, side note, if you haven't yet, go over, drop us a follow on Rumble. On Rumble, you can get monetized as soon as you get 100 followers. So we're trying to get that. Granted, our views are nothing substantial, but every little bit helps. Right now, we're at 9 followers. So we need some help. Same as YouTube, just Tempest TV, same format. Go drop us a follow or I will find you. Ow, fucking this necklace, dude. I love it, but it's just constantly ripping my fucking hair out. Still party hard? No. I haven't been out to like party in well over a year at this point. It's just as I got older, the hangovers, man. Just can't deal with the hangovers. I don't have the money to be out partying anyway, so nah, I'm pretty burnt out on it. I spent all my 20s DJing, bartending, drinking consistently. It's just kind of boring now. Now, if like one of the boys wants to go fishing or you want to go hang out on the beach and drink beers, something like that, I'm down. But like when it comes to just like going to the bar or the club and getting hammered, I'm good. In true Rick Ty fashion, the weather has not been the best. Luckily, a lot of the times, man, I'm pretty blessed when it comes to traveling and getting good weather, especially when, you know, it's the time of year you're not supposed to, but that's not going to last forever. I mean, even when my mom was here last and we went to Siargao in the Philippines, the weather was pretty shitty the whole time, which was kind of a bummer. I think we had like one day where it was like nice and sunny all day. Besides that, it was kind of just raining every day. Bit of a bummer, but you know, what can you do? One second, I gotta pee again. Coffee. I'll take a smoke break. I can still see chat though. Think you'll stay in Thailand long term? We'll see, man. We're just kind of playing it by ear. I don't want, dude. I've never been the guy that can have like a 5-year plan. You know what I mean? I have an idea of like where I'd like to be, but you know, things can change. I'm the type of guy that's like, oh, this is cool. I like this. I like this. I like this. And then one day I'm just over it. And then it's on to something else. Chiang Mai was, oh God. Chiang Mai was dope. The festivities are one and done for me, but the city is amazing. The people are so nice. I was pleasantly surprised by Chiang Mai as well. I don't know when I did it, but I'm already following your Rumble. That's what I'm talking about. Early birds. Da Nang, now I can see Lady Buddha today. It's hot, sunny, and windy now. Hopefully it stays like that. All of a sudden, 5 kids. No kids for me. That is nowhere on the. I mean, a girlfriend is not even on the radar for me, let alone kids. God, I think, you know, if you think you're broke now, go have a couple kids. At least because I know I'm gonna be the dad too. It's like I couldn't imagine if I had like a daughter or something. I'd be so broke. It'd be very hard for me to tell a cute little daughter no. Yeah, Chiang Mai was sweet. Another place, lots of good food. I'm definitely excited to be in Bangkok and have more food options. It is muggy as hell today. It's like 80% humidity, 85 degrees. Good old Krabi. I want to check out some more of the islands down south too. Russell Grant, good morning from John Tien. What's up, dude? Sorry, just taking a little smoke break real quick. Give me 1 second. Addiction is real. Speaking of addiction, I saw some articles yesterday that the health department is considering putting forth regulations to make vapes legal. We'll see. If I had to choose, I would much rather vape than smoke cigarettes, but I mean, they're both probably terrible for you, but you know, what can you do? Have a good day. Time for sleep. All right, we will see you later. Have a good night. 6 years without a cig. That's pretty much where I was before I came to Thailand too. But granted, I was always vaping, so I don't think that really counts. It was easy in America because a pack of cigarettes was like fucking $15 or something. So I was like, yeah, no, not happening. Patch really works. So I've tried the patches and like the gum and stuff. It's like it works a lot of the time for me, but especially as like in the morning or like after I eat, it's like the act of smoking is like what I'm craving, not, you know, actual nicotine. So it's like, I don't know. It works. It definitely helped me smoke less. E-cigs are illegal. Yeah, right now they're illegal, but the health department is considering putting some regulations forward so they would make them legal. I think like it's one of those things because there's so much stuff in cigarettes that has been, you know, found to be terrible for you, but there's definitely not as much in like e-cigs, and like nicotine itself isn't, it's bad for you in a way, but it's nothing like tar, you know what I mean? It's nowhere near as carcinogenic as actual cigarettes. So if you had to pick one, you know, what's the lesser of two evils? There would have to definitely be some regulation though to make sure what's actually in those e-cigs. Because as of right now with like a black market, like who knows what's in there or, you know, how much nicotine or whatever. It was such a bummer when those came out in America, because it got to the point where like underage nicotine users, it was something crazy. It was down to like 4 or 5%. And then like the Juul pods and all those, you know, fruity e-cigarettes came out and it just skyrocketed. It went up to like 70% of kids under 18 were using like e-cigs, all that stuff. Now it's the big one in the States at least is what are they called? The like nicotine packets. What the fuck are they called? I forget. In the UK, they call them snus. I forget what they're called in the States, though, but those are really popular now, too. Oh, God. Let's look. Jomtien weather forecast. Headed that way Saturday, as in tomorrow. It looks like it's supposed to be cloudy tomorrow, chance of rain on Sunday, thunderstorms Monday, cloudy/sunny on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, thunderstorms. The 10th through the 16th. What is today? Yeah, so next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, thunderstorms. From Sunday to Thursday, it's supposed to be thunderstorms every day. And then next weekend, cloudy. Who knows, though? You know how weather forecasts are. Just start chewing tobacco. That's what I started with. When I was a kid at I think I started chewing tobacco when I was like 14 or 15. And then I went to cigarettes, and then I went to vapes. Then I went back to chew for a bit. It's like I like chewing more than I like smoking, for sure. But chew is just like, not that cigarettes are good for your teeth, but you want to talk about like having nasty ass teeth, start chewing a lot. Oi. Switch to lollipops. Get the fuck out of here. That's like people who have never smoked before. When they're like, oh, like, why don't you just, chew gum instead? It's like, bro, I could tell you've never smoked cigarettes if you think a fucking piece of spearmint gum is going to keep me from wanting to smoke a cigarette. Get the fuck out of here. Red Man, old school, actual leaf tobacco. I had Red Man a few times. If I was going to go that route, I always went Levi Garrett. It's good shit. Just tastes like raisins. Got really sick on that in a Little League baseball game. That's funny because the first time I ever tried chewing tobacco, it was Skull Peach. And it was the same thing. I was in the dugout at a baseball game, and one of my friends gave it to me. But my coach was from Nebraska. Steady chewing, but always kept it like low key. And he knew that I was chewing, and he could tell I was getting sick, and then made me go fucking pinch run for like 3 straight innings. Just like standing on first base, fucking so dizzy. Felt like I was gonna fucking pass out. Yeah, he got me. And now ever since then, like that fake peach flavor, like peach flavored candy and shit, get the fuck out of here. No way. Can't do it. Yeah, that same coach was our football coach when I got to high school, and he was just steady on the sidelines. Always had a fucking big old dip in. Fucking spitting on the field everywhere. You get tackled and fall in it. It's fucking disgusting. Was also my science teacher in high school. Yeah, oh yeah, Big League Chew, the bubble gum. Yeah. I can't believe that was a thing. Thinking back to like when we were kids, how much stuff was like obviously marketed as at kids to be like a tobacco replacement. It was like that, and then the beef jerky. Like if you're from the States, you probably remember like the beef jerky chew. It came in like the same like can of Copenhagen, and it was like shredded beef jerky. That all the Camel marketing campaigns when we were like Joe Camel, all that shit, obviously directed at kids. Pretty fucking crazy. Savage. No fucks given. Grandpa carried a coffee can for spit. Ugh, God. Nope. Nope. That was always like my fear, is like going to take a swig out of your spit can. I've never done that before, but one time I was at like a house party in my like early 20s and I was playing beer pong and my beer was sitting on the counter right there and some dickhead put his cigarette out in my beer and I didn't know and I took a big old swig of it. Oh, like swallowed the butt, threw up everywhere. Ever since then, like I cannot like drink a glass of something if there's like stuff floating in it, even if it's ice and it like hits my teeth, I start gagging. Candy cigarettes, yep. I remember those too. Fucking crazy, man. Yeah, and it was just like normal. Nobody said shit. Don't spill your spit can on your girl. Dude, what's crazy to me is like I used to chew so much and like I had girlfriends at that time. You know what I mean? And like not bothered by it. It's crazy to me. I could not imagine dating a girl that chewed. And where I grew up, like girls chewing was a thing. Nope. Dude, one of my friends is dating a girl that works on Soy 6. And if you don't know, the girls at like the working girl bars, they get a commission for every drink they get bought. For like a drink gets bought for them, they make a commission on it. Usually it's like 50 baht, 50 to like 75 baht. His girlfriend made 25,000 baht last month in commissions. Do that math. How many drinks that is? I don't know how they can do it, man. Drinking like 20 or 30 drinks a day, every day. They only get like 2 or 3 days off a month. So wild. Watched a guy drink bong water once. Oh yeah, that's not too crazy. We had friends that would do that all the time. We used to like have rules like because when we were in high school, it's like we can't smoke in anyone's house. So like whoever had a car, we would go park somewhere and smoke in the car. And it's like if you sat with the bong and didn't hit it for like more than 4 or 5 minutes, you had to drink the bong water because you're fucking camping on it. I was smoking a pack a day the last 30 years, now vaping, hoping to stop that soon too. Only weed once in a while. Hey, I still believe that, like, of course, ideally you're not using any type of nicotine, but I think vapes is the lesser of two evils for sure. Like, when I was vaping compared to smoking cigarettes, like, I can feel when I'm smoking cigarettes. You know what I mean? You're like coughing shit up sometimes. When I was vaping, I never really got that. And if it wasn't, I wish they were legal here, but if you get caught with one, it's apparently a pretty fat fine. So it's just not worth it, I guess. The thing here, too, is that it doesn't help is cigarettes are so fucking cheap. Like, if you get the Thai or Malaysian cigarettes, they're like $2 a pack. I think CB Media is back. Yeah, I follow him on Instagram. I think he's back in Thailand now. I think from what I can tell, I think he's planning on splitting a decent amount of time between here and the Philippines. Because I know he bought a bike in the Philippines. A nice bike, too. Not like a little beater. Do you edit your own videos? Yeah, I do everything myself. Oh, like all the scripting, filming, editing, thumbnails. I do everything myself. That's why daily videos is pretty intense. If I just had to film and had an editor, I could bust out 3 videos a day. It's the editing is what takes the most time. Filming wise, like it probably only takes me like an hour or 2 to film. Editing is like at least 3, sometimes like up to 5, depending on the video. Like the Muay Thai video I did recently, that took like 5, almost 6 hours to edit. And of course it fucking bombed. Anytime I do a video where I kind of like cruise through the edit real quick, don't try to do a lot, the videos do better. If I spend time and try to make the video as good as I can, it seems like they always fucking bomb. I don't know what it is. You can go 6 or 7 weeks in Wyoming and not see a lady boy. That's a U.S. Yeah, dude. That whole misconception is like, oh, you got to be careful, man. The thing is, too, is like, ladyboys aren't trying to like trick you. There's plenty of guys who are like into that and want to spend time with them. So why would they waste their time trying to trick a dude who's only interested in women? That's the other thing that I don't fucking get. They try to like spin it as like, oh yeah, they're not going to tell you, you know, first of all, like it can be hard on the internet when you're just like looking at photos and stuff to tell. You meet a lady boy in person, 99% of the time, it's pretty easy to tell. And they're not going to lie. There's only been like maybe 1 or 2 times when like if I was at the club or something and a girl came in with her friend who was a lady boy, there's only been like 1 or 2 times where I was like, oh shit, like I had no idea. Usually it's not too hard to tell. Golden Girls reruns? I do not. I don't watch TV really, just YouTube. There's a few TV shows I watched, but not really. It's got to be like a pretty popular TV show for me to commit to watching the whole thing. The last one I watched was Yellowstone. I watched the first 3 seasons straight. Like I started it like during the day around this time, like 11 o'clock noon. Stayed up all night watching it and then watched it till like 4 p.m. the fucking next day. It was good. Have you spoken to Keys about being part of his new online YouTuber community? Would be nice to have you be a part of that. What the fuck, man? He hasn't said shit. He hasn't asked me anything. I talk to him pretty frequently. He's a big motocross guy, so we're usually always talking about bike shit. No, he hasn't mentioned it to me. Tell him. Like, yo, what the fuck, dude? I actually just gave him the breakdown on Facebook money yesterday, too. Let me find out. Oh, yeah. Here's an update on that typhoon. It looks like it's heading right towards Thailand. It's going to be pushing into Thailand around the 8th. Oh, yeah. So like tomorrow. That makes sense that it's supposed to be raining from like tomorrow all through the middle of next week. But assuming it hits over here tomorrow, next weekend it should clear up. Chanel West Coast is still a thing? Jesus Christ. You guys remember her from the Ridiculousness or Fantasy Factory back in the day on MTV? You guys remember when MTV was cool? When MTV had, you know, Jackass, Wild Boys, Fantasy Factory. There was all kinds of cool shit on MTV. Now it's just ridiculous. Did typhoons ever hit past direct? No. Like where we are from the Gulf, they always come in from open ocean. So there's a bunch of land between Thailand and like the South Pacific. So they usually hit Philippines, Vietnam. Vietnam and the Philippines get hit pretty regularly. MTV Spring Breaks. Oh man, I remember watching those when I was like 12 or 13. Oh yeah, those were the shit. You could be the jackass of Thailand vlog. Dude, maybe when I was younger. I don't like getting hurt anymore. Not that I ever really liked it, but I used to put up with it. Now it's like me committing to something I know is going to be painful. I'm good. I don't even like fucking getting tattoos anymore. When I was like early 20s, I was like, oh, tattoos ain't shit. Now I'm like fucking miserable the whole time. When I was in middle school, you rushed home to watch Korn and Limp Bizkit on TV, MTV. What was the other one? So there was like MTV, MTV2. Oh, and then you guys remember Fuse? Fuse was sick too. I like that one because they had so many, like they played like metal. Fuse was tight. Wild Boys did Thailand. Wild Boys did Thailand. They did all kinds of. I remember, like one of my favorite ones was when they did Russia. Russia was crazy, and then the India one was wild too. I mean, they were all pretty fucking crazy, but or the Africa one too, when they dressed up in the zebra costume and like let a bunch of lions gank them. That was fucking nuts, man. Those were crazy. It's like letting your friends kick you in the nuts is one thing, but like willingly get attacked by wild animals is insane. Oh, I fucking broke my pen. Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, Beavis and Butthead was a bit before my time. It was already off TV by the time I was a kid, but I remember when the movie came out, Beavis and Butthead Do America, I watched the shit out of that. Had it on VHS. Good times, man, good times. Spice TV? That sounds familiar. Oh, yeah, I remember the shit. The logo looks familiar. Maybe. Oh, yeah, I think I remember this. Whoa, not AI mode. Fuck off. Oh, yeah. I remember. Spice TV was like the... there's a bunch of different shits. I don't know. Spicy romance. What the hell? VH1 was good too. VH1 was great for like the dad rock. Had all the cool like 80s music videos. Still in Pattaya, yes, for the time being. We're going to Vietnam at the end of the month, and then January, though, we're headed to Bangkok, baby. I already want more coffee. Nickelodeon, oh yeah, for sure. Like when I was coming up was when like Nickelodeon was in its prime. Rocket Power, Rocco's Modern Life, Cat Dog, Angry Beavers, dude. I fucking loved Angry Beavers. What else was there? Rocket Power too. Rocket Power was probably my favorite show on there. All that was Nickelodeon, right? Yeah. It was like Nickelodeon TV shows and then Disney movies. Like the Disney 4TV movies, those were sick too when I was a kid. Motocrossed, Luck of the Irish. Those were sick, dude. Oh yeah, Power Rangers too. Power Rangers was when I was like a kid though, young, like under 10. Once I was like 10, like a teenager, up to like 13, 14, it was all like Rocket Power, Angry Beavers. Was there Saturday cartoons when you were young? Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, like Nickelodeon was the main thing when I was a kid, and there was stuff on Nickelodeon every day. It wasn't like Saturday wasn't really that much different. Nickelodeon on Saturdays would do like marathons of different shows. Like you might wake up and it would be Rocket Power all day, or all the Angry Beavers, Rocko's Modern Life, all that shit. Rocko's Modern Life was a big one, dude. Oh, best Nickelodeon TV show of all time, Doug. Doug was the shit. So many people like are obsessed with SpongeBob, and like SpongeBob was cool and all, but I have always had a bone to pick with SpongeBob because they took Doug off for SpongeBob, and I think Doug was superior by far. Skeeter and Patty Mayonnaise. The girl you had a crush on was called Patty Mayonnaise, for fuck's sake. Come on now. Have any interest in the north like Chiang Mai, motorcycle rides? Yeah, for sure. I want to spend some more time up there. Once we make the move and everything to Bangkok, I'll because of course we got to save up for deposits, all that shit. Moving is relatively expensive. Once that's done, because then I'm going to be in Bangkok for an extended period, then we can put money together to do other shit. And a motorcycle trip will be one of them. My bike needs a little bit more work before I'm comfortable going on like serious rides like that. I don't think it'll break down or anything, but I need to do a couple things to make it a little bit more comfortable. There's like riding 200 kilometers a day. It might not sound like a lot, but if your bike is not comfortable, like mine is, 200 kilometers is a lot. And my bike's not fast. It's like 60 kilometers an hour, like tops. It'll probably go 80, but that's if I'm like really wringing its neck and I don't like to ride it that hard. Henry Bob Schwillikers made the live. My man, what's up, dude? Yeah, moving to Bangkok at the end of December. My lease is up December 31st here, so I got to be out by then. Yeah, Mr. Schwillikers, we'll be live once a week this month. So today's the 7th. We'll be live again on the 14th. 21st, and then the 29th or the 30th probably. Adult Swim. Yeah, Adult Swim was sick too. Metalocalypse. Robot Chicken. I was like watching that when Robot Chicken was in its prime. Was the shit. I don't know if you guys remember Super Jail. That was awesome too. With the guards that were like robots, and if any of the prisoners did anything remotely wrong, the like robots would just like rip them to pieces. Fucking crazy, dude. Even Robot Chicken, dude. Robot Chicken was pretty dark sometimes. Love the live. My man. My man. We've got quite a few today. Got some people over on Rumble, some people on Twitch, a couple people on Kick. I'm glad that we finally got to figure out the multi-stream. Took me a while to get it set up to make sure the computer could handle it, but it seems to be good. Teletubbies? Nah. Fuck Teletubbies. I think when I was like little, I was a Barney kid. I think I liked Barney. Barney and Power Rangers. Apparently, I don't know how true it is, but my grandma said she potty trained me because she bought me Power Rangers underwear and told me I couldn't pee on the Power Rangers. And that's what worked. I don't know how true that is, but that's what she says. I interviewed at Nickelodeon Animation once, kind of dumpy studio, but they made great flicks. Huh, that's cool. I remember that building looked crazy when we were kids. It looked like the coolest place ever. The building is still there, apparently. Of course, it doesn't look the same now. They took down all the facades and everything. Liquid TV, that sounds familiar too. Oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah, it was MTV. This is like this is a bit before my time, but they showed like reruns of it. when I was coming up, it was I really liked Fuse TV and Fuel. Fuel TV was the shit. It was like all the action sports stuff. Fuel was tight. Dating any girls. That's a negative on that, Ghost Rider. I do not have time for a girlfriend, nor money. I'm that guy that's like, if I get a girlfriend, I get comfy. I get complacent. I start slacking off on other shit. Can't do it. Not right now, at least. And I'm getting to that age where it's like, I'm not going to date somebody just for the sake of dating. Like, if I don't think we're going to stay together, get married, have kids, I'm good. We're wasting both of our time, you know? What's the game plan in Bangkok as to what? Life? Same shit. YouTube, day in, day out, man. Day in, day out. Granted, we are spending a lot more time on the other platforms as well now, but YouTube is still the baby. Facebook and Instagram have both been going well. We're averaging like 6 million views a month on Instagram. Too bad Instagram doesn't pay shit. It's the trade-off, right? Instagram doesn't have a ton of ads, so that means people don't get paid. But when you're using Instagram, you don't have to see a bunch of ads. So it's like, which one would you rather be on there, as a creator or a user? Is it always expected to pay for a girl's family in Thailand? I don't know, man. I've heard both sides. I think it depends. I think it's a different conversation if you're talking about getting married, starting a family, as opposed to just dating someone. Nice. We just passed 5K followers on Facebook too, by the way. If you guys haven't, go follow us on Facebook. Right here, right here. The dating show Jenny McCarthy hosted. I feel like I remember that. Remember how huge Jenny McCarthy was for a while? I don't know why, really. What was that shit called? Singled Out. I remember, dude, all those wild dating shows on like MTV. What was that? Next? You remember that one? Or do you guys remember Room Raiders? That shit was wild. Even though I think, of course, a lot of that shit was staged, it was still pretty wild. Would you ever be an English teacher in Thailand? Absolutely not. Not for me. I'm not patient enough to deal with kids. I love kids, but like I could work with young kids, you know, like first, second, third graders, but like teenagers or something, hell no. I would get too frustrated. I'd be cussing at them. Singled Out was, yeah. How do you feel about riding in traffic every day? Big bike versus scooter. So if you're just riding like in town, I would rather have a small bike just because it's easier to maneuver and get around. But if you're doing like road trips, a big bike is nice because on the bigger roads you can go faster. It's like a lot of people don't realize too, when it comes to bikes, like going too slow on a big road is almost just as dangerous as going too fast. It's like the biggest thing, if something happens in front of me, I'm not worried about it. I feel like I'm a good enough rider that I can maneuver or even lay the bike down and get away from whatever. What I'm scared of is somebody running into me from behind because you can't see it coming. And if you're on a big road like, you know, Sukhumvit or something, and you can only go 50 kilometers an hour, and just like anywhere else in the world, people are on their phones, they're not paying attention. Somebody's going 100 kilometers an hour and they blast into you from behind, you're fucking dead. So I'm good on that. I gotta pee. Be right back.
You guys
know, thing that I have noticed since I stopped hanging out with girls very often is how long a roll of toilet paper will last you as a man if you don't have any girls coming to your house. Like girls come to your house, like you need like a roll of toilet paper a fucking day. You're a dude, like I think I've had the same roll of toilet paper for like fucking 3 weeks. Bangkok girls have office gigs, no need. Yeah, dude, there's plenty, especially when it comes to younger chicks, there's plenty of girls here that want to, you know, take care of their own, like pay their own way. How much money do you spend in booty per month? The fuck does that mean? It's like if you're like looking for like monger info, like dude, we don't really do that here. It's definitely gonna fucking rain again. Here we go. It's gonna be raining. Dude, the only thing that really I don't mind the rain being from Arizona. I like that. The only thing that's a bummer is like only having a bike. Like riding a motorcycle in the rain fucking sucks. And if you don't want to ride your bike or you want food, like nobody wants to deliver food when it's raining, justifiably. Which is wild because Thai use bum guns. Right, but even when you use the bum gun, you still use toilet paper to dry off. You know what I mean? It's just like one of those things I think a lot of girls like, even to dry off, they're like 7 handfuls. You're like, dude, don't need that much.
Okay, I just heard.
Carl's Jr. accepts EBT. What the fuck? Is that a thing? That's crazy. I saw some weird, where was it? I saw some crazy video the other day of a place that accepted EBT that blew my mind. I think it was like a smoke shop or something. Like people were going in and buying nitrous oxide and paying for it with EBT for fuck's sake. Do I like this down here or up here? I think we like it up here. I don't know how I feel about that. No. That's why they shut EBT down. You know, it's one of those things that sucks, but the reality of like human nature is all it takes is a few assholes to ruin it for everybody. You know what I mean? Like a few people manipulating the system or taking advantage. It's just like and that fucks it up for everybody. You know, I'm sure there are a ton of people that use it for the right reasons and do need it. But I think there's also a good chunk of people that are like, oh, it's like the same thing with like disability. There's a reason like so many private investigators, like one of their main thing that they make money on is going out and like catching people that are collecting disability that aren't actually disabled. So it's like, it's a fine line. Like, yes, you want to help people that need it, but you also got to find a way to make sure that people aren't taking advantage of it. Up top is better for the live chat? All right. I just don't know how I feel about it. I guess that's not bad. I guess that kind of makes more sense because it's scrolling from the bottom, right? Let's go up a little bit more. Hide it behind that. How's that? It's like, it's got to be aesthetically pleasing, right? Now that's not lined up. How about that? A little bit more. Nope. Something about OBS, like it's got all these like snap alignment to try to make stuff like symmetrical, but it never fucking lines up. It's so annoying. Why are you so skinny? I've always been skinny. I'd rather be skinny than fat. That's for damn sure. I'm cool with that. I'm coming up on my mid-30s and I'm still skinny, still got hair. I'm completely fine with that. I've only been to Pat's and Koh Samui. I should get out more outside of the Monger areas. Yeah, I still haven't been to Samui. The one place I was most surprised about that I really enjoyed was up in like Isan. The reason I liked it is because I grew up out in the boonies, like around farms and all that shit. So it was like familiar lifestyle to me, but in Thailand. Instead of seeing, you know, a bunch of like cows and cotton fields, it's rice fields and water buffaloes. So it was just different enough that it was interesting, but like the way of life is familiar. It's just more low speed, relaxed. Everything is fucking dirt cheap. Lots of good food. You can't spend EBT on not food items. The store won't accept the card. The thing that was happening though is some stores got busted because they were listing things like in their system as food, like convenience stores. And then they were letting people buy other shit and then accepting the EBT payment. So they would ring it up like somebody would buy, you know, fucking cigarettes or booze or whatever, but the store was ringing it up as food. So they could accept the EBT, but they weren't actually selling food. There was a few places in California that got busted for that. What type of camera do you use? So it depends on what I'm doing. Most of the stuff I film on a Osmo Pocket 3. I also use a GoPro for a few things. And then if I'm somewhere that I need a zoom, I use iPhone 13. They're all three of those cameras are kind of good at different things. If you need a zoom, the iPhone's good at that. If you're just looking for like regular filming out and about stuff, the Pocket is good for that. If you're doing stuff where you're going to be around water or like stuff where it's very possible you're going to drop the camera, GoPro. For the longest time, for like the first 2 years on this channel, I used a GoPro for everything. It was one of those things I didn't realize how much of a nightmare it was until I got a new camera. And I'm like, oh, using a GoPro for everything is a bitch. It's not very good at that. Especially in Thailand, because GoPros are notorious for overheating. So it would just overheat constantly. Become a rice farmer in Thailand like that goofy British guy. I've seen that guy. I like his videos. He's one, I like that he speaks Thai. And he's always like hanging out with his like Thai, because he's married to a Thai chick. So he's always hanging out with his like mother-in-law and stuff. I don't know. I like his videos. I could see the allure for that. Wanting to just be out in the boonies chilling, have some property, have a farm. I could totally feel that vibe. Have some cows. For streaming, I use the Pocket. Is the drone brand lifted? I haven't heard anything specifically. I do know it was just like in the border areas though. Thailand is pretty strict when it comes to drones. So if you do want to use one, you have to really read into that. GoPro's great for bright sunny days outside, absolutely sucks indoors, grainy as fuck. Yeah, the low light performance in GoPros is fucking god awful. Even if it's not actually dark. Like if you're outside at like twilight, like right when the sun's going down, as soon as it's not direct sunlight, it looks like shit. That was a bummer. It's like, Thailand is so cool looking at night, especially like the big like bar streets and stuff with all the neon signs and everything. And when I was filming everything on GoPro, I would try to film that stuff and it just looked like dog shit. So I was never able to film anything at nights. The Pocket 3 does surprisingly well in low light. Oh God, fucking coffee burps, man, all the time. You spend more time with Farang or Ties day to day? It really depends. Honestly, I spend a lot of time solo, bro. I'm usually working on a video or filming or something like that, and it's like, at least for me, it's hard to hang out with people when I'm filming because I end up just wanting to hang out, and then I miss shots or whatever. Like, if it's film day, that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm not really trying to, like, I've tried to go out with other people and film videos while doing stuff, and I just end up like kind of neglecting the video itself. So if it's work day, I don't really hang out with anybody. Yeah, shredded. What the hell? We gotta upload today. Rumble. What else? Got a fucking shitload of videos to edit today. It's gonna be a long day. Get a couple chihuahuas to travel with. I wish I could get a dog. The only thing is, like, if I'm gonna be traveling and stuff, I can't, like, I would feel bad having a pet because I don't want to leave them at home all the time, you know? And also being in a condo, I feel like it's pretty shitty to have a dog in a condo. A cat is one thing, but I would definitely want a dog. Should do a video where you try to only speak Thai for a day, see if you can survive. The only thing with that is, like, a lot of the time, at least in the big cities, you'll go up to a Thai person, try to speak Thai, and then they'll just start talking to you in English. So you're like, all right. I don't know what it is about this fucking hat. Must be made out of some weird Chinese shit. Makes my head itchy. Many Thai people have dogs and just keep them outside on their front porch 100% of the time. Dog is never allowed in the house. Breaks my heart. Yeah, that's one thing. Thailand, a lot of Thai people look at pets differently than we do in America. Especially with like a lot of the time pets are tools still. You know what I mean? Just like, it's hard to say how I feel about it, really. Somebody's like cooking potatoes or something. I could smell it. Be back in the Land of Smiles next month for high season. Hope all is well as you, Alpha Romeo. Awesome. Got a trip coming up. That's pretty sweet. All's good here, man. I hope the same for you. Dude, if I get one more, oh my God. I'm not even going to mention it because the trolls are going to take it and run with it. Every fucking time, man. Okay. What the hell? Ay, ay, ay. All right, boys, I got to get to work on some videos. Everybody who popped in, I appreciate you being here. We will be live again on the 14th, once a week. Get ready for a new video up tomorrow. One video a day for the rest of the month, baby. We are on the grind. If you haven't yet, please sub up. Trying to hit 20K by the end of the year. What else? As always, we don't monetize these streams, so if you do want to show a little support for the channel, you can do that at the Buy Me a Coffee. If not, no worries. Subbing and liking is totally free. Hope you guys have a great day. Please, by any means, if you guys have some videos you want to see, drop them in the comments. Send me a DM on Instagram, whatever you need to do. All right, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will catch you later. I will see you